Welcome to Paripurna Academy. We welcome you for the online session to listen about the topic on cell. So what is cell? A cell is said to be the smallest building block or the smallest tiny structure which is present in each and every living organism. Cell is always defined as a tiny room. Cell, the Latin word, is always gives a definition for the tiny room. So we are going to see in detail about what is cell and what are all the theories or the postulates relating to the cell and what are all the different cell organelles present in the cytoplasm of the particular living cell. Shall we go for it? So what is a cell? So the living organisms are made up of a tiny building block which is said to be the cell. So you can see in this image a circular tiny blocks with all the cell organelles, necessary cell organelles which is responsible for the metabolic activity of the particular living organism is compactly packed in a particular tiny block. We call it as cell. So they are the smallest unit of life and it is being first identified by the person called Robert Hooke. So Robert Hooke was the first person to identify or coin the term cell when he was working up with the cork cells, cork cambium of the cells. So what is cork cell? These are the cells which is present in the barks of the tree. When he was working on it, he identified a small tiny honeycomb-like structure which he gives a name. We call it as cell. And the study of cell is known as cytology. Clear? So next, cell theory. There are three persons who are the persons who are given the postulates relating to the cell, which is otherwise called as cell theory. The first two postulates were given by Schleiden and Schwann, and the third postulate was given by Rodolphe Virchow. So we are going to see in detail of it. So the first postulates, all the living organisms are made up of cell, and cell is the fundamental unit of all living organisms. These two postulates were given by the persons Schleiden and Schwann. And the Rodolphe Virchow was the person to give a statement that the new cells or the cells arise from the pre-existing cell, that is from the older cell. So this was the statement given by the person called Rodolphe Virchow, and all these three given the term called cell theory, or otherwise we call it as postulates of cell. Next we are going to see about the cell organelles. So cell consists of 8 different types of cell organelles which is presenting in the cytoplasm matrix which is being present in the particular living cell in the form of floating. So in this image you can easily see the organelles, the 8 organelles are floating in the cytoplasm matrix of the particular tiny compartment of the cell. So what are all it? First one is your mitochondria. So mitochondria is said to be always the powerhouse of the cell. Why? Because it stores ATP. ATP is nothing but the energy which is being derived after the digestion of the food material is said to be the ATP, and it is being stored in the mitochondria. Next is your endoplasmic reticulum. This organelle which is present in the cell is responsible for the synthesis of protein as well as lipid. So they get classified into two types, rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum, whereas the rough endoplasmic reticulum is responsible for the synthesis of protein and the smooth endoplasmic reticulum is responsible for the synthesis of lipids. Next is the third cell organelle called ribosome. This is also present in the cytoplasm, but it is being attached with the endoplasmic reticulum, especially the rough endoplasmic reticulum, because ribosomes are said to be the protein factories of the cell, because the synthesis of protein process starts in the ribosome which is being coupled with the endoplasmic reticulum, which again follows up the process of the protein synthesis. And the fourth one is your Golgi complex, which is responsible for transporting the cellularly synthesized material from one cell to the other, and it is always involved in the process of formation of cell wall in the plant cell. So it helps in the formation of cell wall layer in the plant cell. And the fifth one is your lysosome, which is otherwise called as the suicidal bat, which is always involved in the immunity purpose of the particular cell body. Next is your centrosome and centriole, which is always involved in the chromosomal subdivision, which is helpful in the mitosis and the meiosis process, and it is present only in the higher organism, especially in the animal cells. Next is your vacuoles. Vacuoles is the cell organelles which is present only in the plant cell. which is responsible for storing the food material starch. Why? Because the plant always stores the food material in the form of starch, and it is being stored in the structure or the organelle called the vacuoles, which is present in the cell, and it is surrounded by a layer called tonoplast. Clear? The next last one is your plastids. The plastids are responsible for the synthesis of food material, especially the chlorophyll plastids, chloroplast plastids, which is present only in the plant. So the plastids or the organelles which are present only in the plant cell, they are responsible for the synthesis of food material, especially the chloroplast. Apart from that, certain leucoplasts are also present with the carotenoid pigments, which gives colors to the flower as well as to the fruits, which is being provided from the plant. So the last vacuoles, the last cell organelles, vacuoles and the plastids are present only in the plant cell, whereas the above all the 6 varieties of the cell organelles are present in both the plant as well as the animal living cell. Thank you.